Well, I am super excited to be here with the hilarious Steven Glickman. If you love to laugh, then you need to know this guy. He's also the host of The Nighttime Show.
That is true. I am the host of the Nighttime Show, and you're the Laugh Factory.
That's right.
You guys are with the Laugh Factory, one of the greatest comedy clubs to ever exist, with the greatest collection of historical comedy documents on display. It's basically a museum where people perform.
Well, you flatter us. So tell us a little bit about The Nighttime Show. I mean, you guys are so busy at Comic-Con.
Well, it's good. We're hosting the TikTok panel today, which is a whole thing. We got a little over 100 million followers of people. So does that make sense? We have
100 million people. I'm not a math person, but it sounds right.
So there's like a lot of people on the panel, and cumulatively, there's a word, about 100 million or so followers.
That was an SAT word.
It really was. And I failed my SATs, which is why I'm a comedian. Then tomorrow for Disney Plus, we're hosting the Mandalorian panel. So that'll be something good and nerdy for me to do with my life, you know? I'll try not to cry.
Tell us about The Nighttime Show for those who may not have heard it yet.
Sure. So The Nighttime Show is a podcast. We just finished our 200th episode of the show with Kevin Smith was our 200th episode. We've interviewed about 10 Oscar winners, about 25 Emmy winners, about 30 Grammy winners, and tons of just fun, weird characters from our favorite movies and TV shows. We're all huge nerds. It's kind of an excuse for us to interview like people that we kind of fan over a little bit. So it's fun. It's a fun show. But we last 2019, the Nighttime Show hosted the Office reunion here on the main stage at Comic-Con, and it was epic, to say the least.
Well, let me say to you, a lot of people don't realize how hard it is to actually host a panel. Because, like, you're in charge of moderating the conversation, making sure everything flows. I mean, what's been one of the hardest panels you've ever had? Because people talk over each other. They don't let other people talk sometimes.
You know, the Office panel was one of the most intense things I've ever been on, because we had so much of the cast on stage and 10,000 people in the audience live. And 10,000 people live in front of you is panic-inducing, whether you like it or not. It's a lot. I mean, it's like you know, not.
You know they're hardcore fans.
Yeah, so you don't want to mess up someone's name or say the credit wrong. You know, it's a pretty extraordinary thing. And Star Wars, you know, I don't take lightly. So I was a big, you know, Star Wars fan myself. I'm excited and a little nervous, but I think it's going to be great.
Are you afraid someone's going to chase you with a lightsaber if you mess up?
Yeah, exactly. I'm going to get hit with a lightsaber. There's a possibility. I am going to wear a Boba Fett helmet on stage.
Just to be safe, just for precautious measures.
Just in case I get hit with anything. You know, that's the best way to go.
I got to ask you, who's your favorite superhero?
Adam Warlock. Huge fan. Big fan. I'm a Batman fan, too. I'm a big Batman fan. I love Superman. I mean, you know, who wouldn't? Are you kidding me with this? Thing is probably my favorite character of all time, though. And he's Jewish.
Which is rare. We need more superheroes at the temple, by the way.
Yeah, there are very few Jewish superheroes. Most of them would be just, I mean, I'm Jewish. We just complain too much. And like, again? Someone's in trouble again?
We need a lot command, all right? We need a lot command right now.
Yeah, I'll play the Thing when they make the movie. I'll do the part.
All right, so a lot of people know you around town for doing stand-up. You know, what's your favorite thing about doing stand-up? And do you ever think do you do any superhero material or anything that you think would be Comic-Con centric?
Oh, I try not to do material about the comic books because I love them too much. I'm too big a dork about the comic book stuff, I think, to talk trash about it. I have had some funny, weird interactions with some of the artists and the people that like created the stuff. We got to interview Neil Adams, who was he basically helped create the Batman we know and love and everything. And he's an older guy, and but he's very like angry, and a lot of people don't like talking to him. Like, he's kind of an old, ratchety, kind of asshole kind of guy, and so much so, and he talks shit about all the other artists. So what we found,
It's always a fun interview.
yeah, what we found out is that when other artists get asked here at the con, like, hey, can you draw a picture of like Deadpool getting fucked in the ass by a unicorn? They'll say, I don't do that, but you know who does? Neil Adams. And Neil does not do that. So then people will come to Neil Adams and be like, I heard that you draw Deadpool being fucked by a unicorn? And he's like, what? Oh, damn it, all right. And then he'll do it. But it's like, it's really like all the comic book artists, when they don't want to do a drawing or don't want to do a piece, they send it to Neil Adams. So he always ends up doing shit that is fucking so weird. Like, you know, Poison Ivy getting, you know, eaten out by a turtle, just some fucked up stuff that no one wants to see. Like, he ends up having to draw all of it. It's really funny.
He's the team player.
Yeah,
really.
People just don't like him. So I think it's great.
Steven, you're so hilarious. Thank you for chatting with us. Tell everybody where they can follow you.
Hey, you can get me, Stephen Glickman, STPHEN Glickman, on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and on the TikToks. 2.6 million followers on TikTok. I almost put myself asleep saying that. Stephen K. Glickman on the TikTok. You bet. And Nighttime Show. Just go to thenighttimeshow.com and check out the show. Yeah.
Stream it now.